So for this particular project for Father's Day, what we're going to do is craft Dad a toolbox organizer for his tools like screws and nuts and bolts. As you can see, we have a wooden box that's unfinished, and we're going to stain it and decorate it. So first, let's just start with the stain. I'm going to remove the drawers. And for this particular project, we're just going to stain the outside. Now, you want to take a little bit of sandpaper and just lightly sand the edges. The reason you want to do that is, first of all, the stain will hold better. But secondly, it's more for a cosmetic look, so that it will look a little bit more distressed. And you can also sand down the entire box if you like. I'm just going to do the edges, just to give it a little bit of a rough look. Now the next thing you would want to do is actually begin to stain. So you take your brush, you dip it into the stain, and for this particular stain, I'm going to use a golden pecan, I think is the name of the stain, and just lightly brush it on to the box. And squeeze out on the edge and the rim of the container some of the excess stain.
All right. I took the drill right here. I pre-drilled a hole into the box, and I did it to both drawers. Okay, I actually pre-drilled the hole a little bit smaller, and I just hand screwed this in. Not a problem. That works just fine. I pre-drilled the hole on this box to put a nail in. The hole's a little bit bigger, which I did that purposely. Well, the hole's a little bit bigger. I did that purposely due to the simple fact that I'm going to epoxy that in, so it's not going to go anywhere. So that takes care of that one. These little blocks right here, they're pre-cut. They're marked off on the box where I'm going to place them, because this plier right there, it should be centered, and this way you can use that as a handle. Now, as you can tell, everything is marked off. Like this is gonna get there, and this one, nope, that's not the one. Where the blazes is it? Oh, there it goes. That's not the tool. Okay, this is the tool. That's gonna be placed on that. That takes care of that. All right, I have resin in here. I have not mixed the hardener yet, so it's nice and still soft. Now, it takes about 5 minutes to mix, 5 minutes to harden. So if you're doing this right, you can put less hardener in, okay, and give yourself some time to put it out. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put, because I already marked everything off, I don't have to worry about the hardener too much, because I'm going to do it quickly. So, and that should be more than enough for this project. I'm going to mix it together. It's supposed to wait, having mix it up, and yes, it smells a little bit. So I mixed it. Okay. Now, how I'm going to do it is, instead of being I'll just put it on there. And why are we using epoxy? Epoxy sticks and bonds very well to stuff. And pretty much, see, that's what happens when you end up paying attention. You use epoxy, and bonds. And pretty much it's permanent. As you notice, I put the epoxy on the drawer, not on the little blocks. Why? Because it doesn't really matter if it's on the drawer or on the blocks. It's easier to place your block on your targeted area because you have it marked off. So once you have it marked off like so, and you put the epoxy on there, make sure you put a little bit of pressure on it. This way the epoxy and the wood bonds, and pretty much that's it.
Okay, so now after the dowels have been applied to the front of the drawers, I'm going to decorate each drawer with a mini tool as a handle. So the first one I'm going to do are the pliers. So I'm going to put a glob of epoxy right here like so. And then I'm simply going to take the plier and secure it to the dowel to make a handle. Now, what I'm going to have to do is keep this raised a little bit so that when it dries, it dries level. And on this one, I'm going to adhere for a handle socket wrench. Oh, that came out perfect. Just press in. And then the last handle, same steps, epoxy applied to the dowel. And okay, so now we have a finished product. All we need to do is put the drawers into the organizer. As you can see, we've epoxied the small tools onto the front of every drawer, and let's insert them inside. And it is complete. This is now a mini toolbox organizer for Dad. He can put his tools, screws, nuts, bolts inside each drawer, anything that he likes for when he's crafting or woodworking. And it's a lovely gift, and I'm sure he'll appreciate it and enjoy it for many years to come.